The W value is the width in between the two heights. Okay, so this is trapezoidal rule. You're going to get the area of irregular shaped objects. The reason why it's called a trapezoidal rule is it's going off trapezoids. Trapezoids are four-sided objects where two of the lengths are parallel, and then you're going see the way, like, all rectangles are trapezoids, all squares are trapezoids. However, not all trapezoids are rectangles or squares. Okay, so look at this one here. You can see that. You can see the gaps that are appearing now. That's how much we're off by. See the little areas that we're not including. See, the trapezoidal rule works off the area of individual trapezoids. So what you can see is there's parts where we're counting too much area, and there's parts where we're counting too little area. So you can see that little shaded region there is not counted. We count a bit too much here, a bit too much here, not enough in here. So you can see where it deviates away. We count too much for this one, too much for this one as well, too little for this one. Do you see what I'm saying? We're just adding up all the trapezoids together. So in order to do this, what we do is we use this rule here. Now you can also combine them. I can do the two of these separately, or I can do them combined. I'm going to show you both ways, okay? So that proves that they're the same thing. So your width between every interval is worth what? 6. 6 over 2 multiplied by your first is 3, your last 3.5 plus 2 times your remaining 4 plus 5 plus 6.5 plus 3. Well, so we do that in the calculator. While you're doing that in the calculator, this corresponds to the blue area. I am now going to do what we're going to call the red area underneath that. Is that alright? So to do the red area, what you can do next is the same thing. More or less the same thing. 6 over 2 multiplied by first height, 5 second height, the last height, 7. 2 times the remaining, 2 times 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6.5. Does anybody have the answer in blue? What is it?
130.5.
130.5. Will anybody have the answer in red?
135.
135. Add them together and you get 265 centimeters squared. Remember, this is a approximation. It's a good estimate of the area. It's not actually the area. For the same reason, remember what I was saying earlier on? For the same reason that it's just taken off parts up the top. See, it's not exactly the same, but it's roughly the same. Now, what happens if we combine the heights? Do we still get 265.5? Let's find out. It should work. Okay, so we're going to do what's called the green area. Okay, so the green area is the full thing in one go. So this time around, the width is still worth 6, isn't it? 6 over 2. The height now turns into 8. The last height turns into 10.5, and then plus 2 times the remainder, which is going to be 2 times 7 plus 9 plus 9.5 and plus 8.5. And what do we get when we put all that in? Which one? Oh, it's 9.5. Sorry, excuse me. So this one here is 9.5, and what do we get?
265.5.
Still 265.5. So you can see it works both ways. Okay? What? Yeah. Compared to the real thing, it's off. Now, guys, what we have here is the same thing. Sketch shown caused flood by leaking underground pipe that runs from A to B. At equal intervals to X along AB, perpendicular measurements are made to the edges of the floor of the flood. The measurements to the top edge are 10, 8, and 7. The measurements to the bottom edge are 3, 4, and 2. At A and B, the measurements are 0. Using the trapezoidal rule, calculate the area of the flood. The area of the flood is estimated to be 672 meters squared. Find X correct to the nearest centimeter and write down the length of the pipe. Now, meters we're going to get our answer in meters, and now we're going to have to convert to centimeters. X is known as what, guys?
Why did you convert to centimeters?
I want it in centimeters.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so
Look at the diagram with the meters also.
yeah. So first plus last plus 2 times remaining. Okay. So look at this, and that all has to equal 672. Right. So we're gonna get here, guys. Is width is x over 2. What's your first? 0. Your last?
No.
0, because there's no vertical height. Just 0. Then your 2 times your remaining. 2 times 13 plus.
12 plus 9.
Okay, what is that? It's going to be 21 plus 13. 34 multiplied by 2. 68. X over 2 multiplied by 68 equals 672. 34x equals 672. What's 672 divided by 34? 19.765.
Meters squared.
Yeah. Okay, so Connor was right about that. It is the nearest centimeter, so we might need to just go one more decimal. Actually, might just overdo it. 7647. Okay, lads. So, remember what we told you about meters? Meters to centimeters is multiplied by 100. So multiply this by 100, and we get 1,976.47. 47 rounds down to 1,976 centimeters. That's your gap of measurement, right?